was very impressed, and that's when I made my decision. I'm going. He's never been hit by a real guy who can really punch.
Best Fuel. Twój klucz do szybszej regeneracji. Czołem brygada, Karol Garncarz z tej strony. Obok mnie trener Tomasza Adamka, człowieka, który tak naprawdę wprowadza nowy rytm w KSW, bo przed nami KSW Epic. Gus Curren is here with me. Hello, Gussie. Good to see you in Poland.
Great to be back, Karol. Great to be back to Poland. All my friends.
After 6 years, you're back in Poland. What did you miss the most about Poland?
6 years, 3 years, a little over 3 years.
Because I said 6 years because Adamek's fight was 6 years ago, but I forgot that you were in Poland later with Eva or Patrick. That's it. So 3 years about you.
3 years, yeah. 3 years I've been gone, but I'm back. I missed everything. I missed everything about Poland. Poland is my second home. So glad to be back and be around good friends.
You didn't forget the Polish?
I've lost my Polish a little bit. I still know some words, but I was never good to begin with, but I'm worse now.
We see you in Poland with Tomasz Adamek before the KSW Epic. That's what I said. Tomasz last fight was 6 years ago. What changed in Tomasz after these 6 years? What changes do you see in Tomasz after the 6 years?
I was not expecting to not see changes. I was expecting to, he's older, he's 6 years older. I was not expecting him to still have the speed, to still have the power, to still have the desire. It really shocked me. It really shocked me. That's why I said, Tomas, listen, come to Vero Beach and let's do a workout first. And he did, and I was very impressed. And that's when I made my decision. I'm going. You had a contact with Tomasz through these years. So Tomasz many times said that he doesn't work in boxing gym. He runs, eats well, but he doesn't do boxing. So what's the secret about Tomasz? After the 6 years, he looks very good. I think that was the secret. Well, not the boxing, but he's been staying in shape. He, running. He does his conditioning, push-ups, his pull-ups. He'll shadow box occasionally, but I think it's a good thing to not go to the boxing gym, especially if you have to have somebody there to tell you, hey, listen, I don't care. He's 3-time world champion. He's a legend in boxing, but we all make mistakes, and you have to have somebody there to correct you and tell you when you're making those mistakes. So I think that the break surprisingly did him good. I don't know. He's cut from a different cloth.
Okay, now what's changed in your life through these years?
So, what has changed in my life? Well, I have a kid now, kind of have a kid. We didn't technically, but we have my cousin living with us. He's now 18. He moved in when he was...
So, like your son?
Yeah. So, his name is Max, so he's living with my wife and I now. And for two people that never had kids, it's different, but it's fun. And he's a good boy, and so that's what's changed.
We're before KSW Epic. Now, Mameda Khalidova is the rival for Tomasz Adamek. What are the pluses of Khalidov and strong sides?
What's the strengths and weaknesses?
Yes.
Well, the strengths are he's got a lot of courage. He's a fighter. He's going to come to fight. The fans know that, and they also know that that's what Adamek brings. So the fans are going to be, they're in for a great night of boxing. The weakness is, well, he's never been hit by a real guy who can really punch. And look, it just is what it is. That's not a secret. It is what it is. He's great at what he does, and he can take some punches. But he's never been hit by a guy who can really punch. So that would be the only thing I would say would be his weakness.
It will be 6 rounds fight. It's a plus for Adamek that this is only 6 rounds.
Yeah, so 6 rounds is actually, different for Tomas. Tomas is a world champion type fighter, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. That's the kind of fighter he is. That's what he's been accustomed to. And it's like I told him, I said, look, it's 2 amateur fights back to back. So, and he's got plenty of experience in that. So he knows what he needs to do.
What about sparring partners before the fight? Did you guys bring some MMA fighters to see the moves like MMA fighter has, or it's boxers? Because I wanted to check it, but no one talks about the sparring partners of Tomasz.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it too much. We'll say we have a guy who's very ambidextrous, can do things from from the southpaw style, can do things from the conventional style, and he's a little unpredictable, but a really good fighter. So he's keeping Tomas very sharp. I actually think this guy's going to be the future of boxing. I really do. Just give him a few more years.
Tomas is 47, almost 48. Do you see that age in Tomas?
He may be 48, but he acts like he's 12. So that's what keeps him young. I mean, he's funny, he's crazy. We laugh, we joke constantly. But the thing about that's the good thing about our him and I relationship is we know when to work. You know, we're working every day. We're working hard every day. But you got to relax. You got to have fun. But when that off button goes, you know, and it's time to go.
Okay, I'll check because I had some questions and I don't want to forget. It seems that after the fight with Khalidov, Adamek will fight twice in Poland because he signed a contract with Fame MMA. It's something new for you, like the freak fights or something, because it's a freak fight organization, not very popular in USA.
Yeah, it's new for me, but fighting is fighting. I've always said that. I don't care if it's a boxing, if it's MMA, if it's an argument, if it's pillow fighting. Fighting is fighting. So that's what it comes down to. And you got two guys in Khalidov and Adamkiem who definitely know how to fight. As far as the two other fights go, I've never concerned myself with what's going to happen next. Right now, the only thing that's coming up next is February 24th, Mameda Khalidova. That's the only thing that's on my mind.
I know you love boxing, but you don't watch present boxing. Why?
Because I grew up watching the Evander Holyfields, the Riddick Bowe's, the Roberto Durans, the Roy Jones Jr.'s. I grew up watching those guys, so very rarely will you catch me watching boxing. I watch Crawford, I watch Usyk, and I like Beterbiev. Other than that, it's just not my thing anymore. But I do watch boxing, but I'm always on YouTube watching the old stuff.
Two big fights coming up. It's Fury against Usyk and Joshua against Ngannou. This fight you will watch?
I don't know if I'll watch either one of them. I definitely won't watch the Joshua fight, just not interested. And that's not taking away from those guys, but Usyk is the guy that I would watch. I believe he's going to win this fight fairly easy.
Gussie, favorite Polish food and the food you missed the most?
Żurek.
Żurek. That's a big plus for you because that's my favorite soup in Polish.
And second is borscht.
Borscht?
Borscht, but Żurek number one.
Okay.
And I don't even like soup.
Try something in Polish to the end.
Say something in Polish?
Yeah, to my viewers.
Mówi po polsku niedobra. Kocham Polskę. Bardzo dobrze.
You like in this video, Tomasz said, "I love Polish girl." That's what you said when he called you.
Tomasz says a lot of things. Don't believe 95% of what Tomasz says.
Gussie, it's good to see you back in Poland. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best Fuel. Twój klucz do szybszej regeneracji.